He left in the dead of night, footsteps swallowed by the wind. No one knew where he went. No one knew if he would return. And in leaving, he believed he was building a better life for his children. But what he did not know was that time has a way of rewriting even the deepest bonds. There was a man who loved his family fiercely, though his hands were often empty. The roof over his head leaked in the rain. The fire barely warmed him in the winter. Every day, he wrestled with the question, how can I give him more? One night, after a particularly hard day, he sat alone by the flickering candlelight. His children were asleep, his wife quietly humming in the kitchen. He whispered to himself, I must go. I will work. I will return with enough for everything. Without telling a soul, he packed a small bag, kissed his sleeping children, and walked into the darkness. He believed this was courage. In truth, it was the beginning of a journey that would teach him the cost of absence. When morning came, the house was empty. His wife searched the trails, asking travelers if they had seen him. She sent letters to distant towns. She prayed beneath the stars, whispering his name into the night. The neighbors shook their heads. She left of her own will, some whispered. She abandoned you, said others. But she never stopped hoping. Her love became a quiet, steady flame in a world that seemed to forget him. And the children grew, small shadows of the man who had left, learning to laugh, cry, and dream without the anchor of his presence. The man wandered from town to town. He worked in dusty fields, built houses with his bare hands, sailed in stormy seas, and labored in the scorching sun. Every coin he earned was saved, every opportunity seized. Yet the world demanded a price. Every hour away from home carved lines into his face. Every missed birthday hollowed his heart. Every year he did not return made him a stranger to those he loved. He told himself daily, this is for them. I will return and they will be proud of me. But the seasons changed faster than he expected. The laughter of children he had left behind became strangers' voices in distant towns. And he did not yet understand that love cannot be banked like gold. Back home, the children grew. The eldest son, once tiny and frightened, became strong, determined, and intelligent. He learned responsibility too early, finding ways to feed the family, protect his mother, and make the best of what life offered. The younger children followed suit, each carving their own path, learning resilience in the absence of father. They became successful, wealthy even, but their hearts bore a quiet ache. A man's shadow lingered in photographs and old memories. But the living warmth of his presence was gone. Years later, the man returned, carrying wealth beyond what he had dreamed of. His hands no longer shook, his back no longer bent under the weight of poverty. He imagined the joy on their faces when he walked through the door. But when he knocked, the door opened, not to hugs, not to tears, not to recognition, but to a stranger, his grown son, confident, towering, and unfamiliar. Can I help you? The son asked, polite but distant. I am your father, the man whispered. A long silence followed. Then softly the son said, my father left when I was small. My father was a ghost. My father never returned. Sir, I do not know you. The man felt the weight of every lonely year crash down. The money he had saved, the sacrifices he had made, all of it meant nothing without the warmth of those he loved. He turned to his wife, older now, her hair streaked with silver, her hands lined with hard work. She looked at him, not with anger, not with bitterness, but with quiet acceptance. We became whole without you, she said simply. We learned to stand, to grow, to love even when you were gone. Her words pierced him more deeply than any storm he had faced in his travels. The riches he brought were useless against the reality that love and time cannot be bought or returned. That night, he sat beneath the old tree in their yard. He watched the shadows of his children moving in the light of the moon. He realized money can build houses, but not memories. Fortune can buy comfort, but not presence. Years' lost ambition cannot be reclaimed. He placed a chest of coins at the door, not as a claim, but as an apology, a silent acknowledgement of all he had taken from them. Then he walked away, leaving the family to their life, finally understanding that the greatest wealth is being there when you are needed most. The man lived the rest of his days traveling quietly, helping strangers, teaching lessons and sharing stories, but never seeking to replace what he had lost. He carried one truth in his heart. True wealth is measured not by what you earn, but by the lives you touch and the time you give to the people you love. And though he returned to the world with gold in his hands, he finally understood that absence leaves a debt no treasure can pay. Time lost with loved ones cannot be bought back. Money can build comfort, but not bonds. The greatest legacy is love, attention, and presence, not gold or wealth. The richest life is not measured by fortune, but by being there when it matters most. Do you like stories like this? Kindly like, share, and follow for more.